You're listening to part 2 of a Barefoot Lawyer Reports podcast featuring Chen Weiming. To listen to part 1, please check the link in the description. And for a subtitled version of this week's podcast, please follow us on YouTube and Rumble at the Barefoot Lawyer Reports.
Well, is your plan to put more sculptures, to build more sculptures in Liberty Park?
Yes, this year I make Chinese woman, like slave, the king, they get no freedom in China. So many China women was miserable this situation.
Well, I think that Guangcheng visited you recently. Guangcheng, do you want to tell us about your visit to the sculpture park?
Yeah. I can introduce some. I come there. Yeah. Weiming Chen created a lot of statues there, and just like he mentioned about the Tiananmen Square, about the CCP coronavirus, about Freedom Hong Kong, and about the Freedom Women. We call it Chen Weiming in mainland China. In fact, when I was there, some people come from Canada, and some people just drive the car past that place and come to the Freedom Park to see the statues. I think in the future, the Freedom Park will become much more and more popular. That will remind the Western people to understand how evil of the CCP and what the CCP is doing to try to destroy universal values in the US. So I hope in the future, Weiming Chen can make more statues in that Freedom Park. And in the future, we will make plan to come there to take a video to try to edit documenting for it. I think that is very, very important for freedom and human rights.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you go to our webpage, catholic.edu/CHR, you can find photographs from Guangcheng's visit to the Liberty Sculpture Park, and you can see some of these very moving sculptures that Weiming has done about human rights and the denial of human rights in China. I think that the fact that Weiming is here in America, as is Guangcheng, it shows that America is a beacon, as Guangcheng says, a beacon of freedom, and that the artistic expression on the side of human rights, which was crushed in China, can flourish here. But it also shows we have to be very vigilant here. The CCP's people burned down one of his sculptures, so Americans need to realize the CCP is active in America against the cause of freedom. So, well, let me ask Weiming, do you have anything you would like to say to the people listening?
Yes, I think we make this sculpture park is warning the American people and the American government that the Chinese dictators infiltration in the Americans is very, very heavy, very, very serious. If we not wake up after we are, the free land, maybe like China. Now the China government have the police department in the New York, in the Los Angeles, and another big city. So I think this is very important to use the artwork to show people Chinese communism was evil. It's, they are infiltration in the America. So
Yeah, that's very important.
stop, pick up America. It's
Yeah.
like that.
Very important. Guangcheng, what do you
Yeah.
any thoughts?
Yeah, I think I want to let our listener understand, before I said, if the company tried to give you trouble, tried to use money to buy you, for example, give you some offer, that means our human rights work is working. Weiming Chen's work, I think that is very useful. This is why the Communist Party ordered the guards in the US to try to give him trouble. For example, the CCP burned the coronavirus in the park, and the CCP set up some cell phone jammer in his office and tried to destroy his car, tried to give trouble like that. They did a lot.
Yep.
I think in the future, I think we will have another podcast to let Weiming Chen to tell us what's happened about this. That is look like dangerous. But don't afraid of danger. That just proves Weiming Chen's human rights work is working. So I hope in the future, Weiming Chen can tell us more about this, what's happened, the behind the stories. So that will be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Weiming, do you want to say anything about the backstory of what happened to the sculpture and the person that was arrested or that was caught, and what's going on now? What's the status? Are the police investigating these things, or what's going on?
Now, American FBI was catch the 3 spies. One is the American people. This guy already say sorry to me and feel guilty. And another 2 Chinese people may be processed in the court. So I don't know yet. This is happening now.
Yeah.
Also, I would say last words to say the American with the people, the Asians value is for democracy, for human rights. But the Chinese government value is for dictator. They want to control the Chinese citizens. Also, they want to control all the world. So this is totally different. We should stand with the Americans keep freedom for struggle like that against the Chinese. This evil, this dictator.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Weiming. Thank you, Guangcheng. I think that your story, Weiming, shows the importance of art to tell the truth in a totalitarian system. And I hope people will go visit the Liberty Park, which is on, like you said, I-15. And I hope that we'll be able to have you come here perhaps sometime this fall or this spring when we dedicate the sculpture portrait you did of Lawyer Gao, because the cause of human rights is an important cause both for the Chinese people, for the American people, and for democracy around the world. So thank you very much. And I ask everybody to go to our webpage again, catholic.edu/CHR. Also sign up or tell your friends to sign up for the Barefoot Lawyer podcast. We have discussed some of these issues in prior podcasts. You can find more discussions about some of these issues. You can also find the research paper that we did on the illegal Chinese, quote, police stations in the United States. And you can see the pictures of the wonderful sculptures, the sculpture garden. And as Guangcheng said, hopefully we will have Weiming on again some more in the future. But until then, thank you for joining us for this episode of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports.
The Barefoot Lawyer Reports recommends our listeners check out the recent CNBC documentary titled China's Corporate Spy War, which addresses the subject of intellectual property and technology theft waged on American corporations by the Communist Party. To learn more about this documentary, visit cnbc.com.